The Podical sound.
Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Watch your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny, but funny.
Welcome back to the best no-man's zone space in the world, because neither one of us have any law degrees. I am Marvelous.
And I'm 2022 fresh, not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. It's just a lot of hand movements now.
Yeah, you know,
that's how you're going into the year?
I'm going through the year, man. All negativity.
Well, you should have been doing that then. The fuck?
Yeah, no, I was just strengthening up the flow this 22.
Because I feel like a lot of people and stuff, they, like, you know, we always crack jokes about the new year, new me and stuff like that. But I think some people really need, like, some kind of extra push.
Yeah.
Moniker to kind of help get them to the next level.
Yeah.
Some people use it as their birthday, some people use it as the New Year thing and stuff like that.
Right.
But I don't know, this New Year's Eve didn't feel like New Year's Eve to me though, man.
Nah, it's just like a rollover.
It felt like Halloween without the trick-or-treating.
Without the trick-or-treating?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, these holidays don't feel like holidays, man. Because this
is the pandemic? Is it?
I think it's
or because we're getting older.
I think it's that and the pandemic. And then my sister said something I didn't really think about until she mentioned it. It's that like these last, I want to say maybe the last 3 or 4 years, just without mom not being around, because that would have been the go-to place. Like, you know what I mean? Like you stop and you see everybody, and like, will you be there from like maybe 5 in the afternoon? It is whenever you get there, and then you leave whenever you leave. Right? My sister was saying, yo, I had Christmas dinner, and then by 7:30 everybody was gone, and she felt like just, it's like, wow. It's like, you know what I mean?
Nah, yeah, I know what she's saying, but brothers on the road that day, man. Yo,
Sorry?
I was on the road that day, man. It was a long Christmas day.
No, and that's understandable.
No,
but what I'm saying is like,
yeah, people,
when she said that, I understand what she meant, because you would know that, okay, you do whatever you're gonna do first, and then you end up at 4 Nickel Street.
Right, and then you stay there. Right. That's what I'm saying. But like the thing and stuff, I think the stay there thing and stuff, whatever is now, it's a situation where I want to say where how time is now. Yeah. People and their bonding skills are gone. I don't say gone, it's still here. Right. But I want to say it's diminished. So it's diminished to the fact that stuff is kind of like, yo, we get the core shit out the way, and then people are like, all right, what's next? Right. Because think about it, we're in a social media world where things and stuff like instant gratification and things like instantaneously. Right. You want something to eat, Uber Eats, Skip, whatever the hell, DoorDash or something. I'm gonna say Dine and Dash, but like you have everything and stuff you want and like instant gratification moments and stuff, whatever. If you're getting all the needs and stuff, whatever, fulfilled at set spot, time flies when you're having fun. Yes. But if I'm saying if it gets like a down moment and stuff, whatever, you look like, all right, what's next? Can I get my dopamine levels to go off again? So that's the reason why people be like, all right, this was good for a time. Right. Next. And that's how all our brains are programmed and stuff, like now the world we live in now and stuff, right? So I think that difference and stuff is definitely there. I was telling somebody, I'm like, I don't know, those great philosophers way back then would probably stand a chance and stuff with even like a Justin LeBoy or something like that. Not saying that like their words aren't profound, right? And they don't still stick or slap like, you know, like Sigmund Freud with like the id, the ego and super ego and everything like that. Yeah. But I mean, social media is a different kind of beast.
Do you think we'll get anything like profound and thought provoking,
like from a person,
from this generation person? Do you think they even got time to think about shit?
Yeah, I think they do, but I think it's just that there's so much. Oh man, I want to say there's like so much copycats. Right, and the same thing we're talking about, first or best. You care about who did it first, or you care about who did it the best. Right, because let's say, for all we know, I don't know, and I'm not shitting on anybody and stuff, but let's say for all we know, like the Justin LeBoy shit. It could have been somebody and stuff who had like a page kind of going and it fell off, or it doesn't have the notoriety or the acknowledgement and stuff like that. Right. And then all he's doing the stuff is just taking the same thing verbatim, and because he has a bigger platform, bigger reach, and everything. He seems super profound.
Making it happen.
Now that person probably just like, they might stumble upon this shit, be like, hey, I said something like that before and everything like that, right?
Right.
But they're like, would anybody believe me that I said it and stuff? Because I remember like way back when, I think I must have like an article of clothes that was like from I seen a rapper having a music video after I had it.
Right.
So let's say I had it for like months, and then I seen the music video and stuff, and the rapper had it, whatever, right? And I was like, somebody's like, Marv, that's your shirt,
right?
I'm like, yeah. He's like, but no one's gonna believe you. They're gonna say, everybody's gonna say Fab had it on before you. So I was like, but I have photos to prove it. They're like, yo, but he's like, who are you though, Marv?
Got photos to prove it.
You're somebody to us, but to Fab, he's the world.
And I thought about that, and as big as a platform can make a person, it's also gives the ability of making them a target. So let's say that same Justin LaVoy, right?
Yeah.
Let's say he steals something profound from a little no-name guy that nobody knows, right? This no-name guy is like, he's pissed off now. He's just like, yo, bro, like I said that shit. That's my credit I should be getting, right?
Right.
Realize he doesn't have a big enough voice, right?
Right.
But you just gotta find somebody with just as big as a voice that will listen to you, because everybody on that level needs shit to talk about. So if you just say, listen, you just find someone, you just want to hear at TMZ who just some dude that wants to come up in the ranking, and you just say, yo, you know all that Justin LaVoy shit he's saying, you know that's coming from my page, right?
I understand.
And then they
come after.
They like
they polarize
shit.
it.
Right.
They polarize the plagiarism.
Right. And you're like, you thought Justin was profound? Nah, he got it from this little pipsqueak, and they'll make him even look even smaller than he really is.
Right.
Just the magnitude of the, you know what I mean? Just to give you that magnitude effect. And then that now, I don't know if it will do anything for Justin LaVoy. It will take him down a notch, maybe. But at least this dude, he might get a little notoriety out of that.
True that. I mean, it happens.
But you would need somebody on that level. We couldn't do that without the notoriety ourselves.
Very true.
Right. You're definitely right about that. You would need somebody to say, hey, I'm just as big as you are, and I can make just as much as noise as you can. Our audience is almost the same.
This is a different kind of beast, man. Like I was saying, I was like, yo, even like it was, especially with a lot of, I want to say kind of like the fake news. I don't really want to call it fake news, but I'm going to say like even the meme culture is that there's tons of times like they might have somebody saying something and then they just crossbreed with another photo of somebody else.
Right.
And then you, none the wiser, you're seeing it. You're like, oh shit, Denzel said this? Like, no, they just took a Denzel photo with like a villain quote or some shit like that.
Right.
Like, all right, what's my guy who they consider villain? Duarte Rodrigo.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This man says like straight goods. He's like, yo, if you're a criminal, you keep committing the same kind of crime, yo, baya, firing squad. They don't like him.
Right.
They like Denzel.
Right.
They just have a photo of Denzel walking a smooth ass suit with probably like a gun in his hand. Put this man's quote on there. Denzel be saying some gangster shit. Does he though? If you look it up verbatim, you would see that Denzel did not say that ever. But the social media thing would just kind of flip it and just take it and just run with it, and then a lot of things get lost in that.
I find with myself, like a lot of shit, I'll look at it surface value and then I'll ignore it. If it's something that catches my eye or catches my thought, then before anything else, I'll go and research it. Case in point, I came across this post from this page on IG. Now this was one of those I wouldn't say pro-black pages, but I mean for the uplifting of black people, right?
Okay.
And the stuff that they typically tend to post is good stuff. Like I like it, right? One day I seen them post something And when I looked at the post, first and foremost, I thought it was out of character for the type of things that they post. But anyway, what they posted was they had 2 Roman generals.
Okay.
Right? One had the last name, or the last name was Africanus, right? And the other one was last name was Americanus, right? So they had them side by side, right?
Africanus and Americanus.
And Americanus, okay. Right? And then the quote was, on top of it was, and y'all still want to call yourself African American. Name yourself after these two. So I'm like, okay, all right. I'm like, I'm
intrigued.
I'm intrigued. I'm a history buff, right? I like history, and I've dabbled a little bit in Roman culture, but I've never heard of this before. Right? And being that I like to research stuff all Black related, I thought at my 47 years of life, maybe researching this, I would have at least come up with something similar to this. So I said, you know what? Let me research it, right? So of course, I research it, right? Only to find out
fake news.
So, the titles and the names are correct.
All right.
Right. But in Roman times, in that culture, your name was partly identified what you were known for.
So you're Africanus?
So that dude Africanus, he defeated Hannibal.
Hannibal the general.
The general.
Okay.
And conquered Africa. Thus got the title Africanus.
Okay.
So the place was named Africa before the dude even got the title. We talking about you naming yourself after the dude for. I'm like, so I went back to the page to curse them. Oh, it was gone. Post is gone. It's like someone must have got there before me.
Can't stop this shit. What was it?
Someone must have got there before me.
What was it? The little death?
Yeah.
The little death thing? Come on, dog. You see it. You see it. I'm not French, but I speak French and I don't know this. Come on. They come for your head, man.
They come for your head. I was coming for his head. I was like, how dare you? You almost had me for a second.
But then think about all the people that didn't do the research.
And that's just the thing, right? And I'm saying to myself, oh shit, because I look at you as a reputable page, but you did not do your research before you posted that.
No, it sucks, man. Oh shit. Oh, I'm sorry, folks.
We're here.
We're here. We're still here.
We're still here.
We just, we get into it. This is how normal conversations happen.
2022, man. We're trying to ride the flow.
Right. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. All streaming platforms possible.
All the good stuff.
YouTube, you can see Smooth's fly ass.
You know what I mean?
Rude boy.
I'm a rude boy. Yeah. I'm a rude boy. Can I do it in the island boy? I was trying to island boy it.
I'm a rude boy. That might sound kind of questionable to a rude boy.
Yeah.
I told you, rude boys and bad man, they don't. They live a boring life to me. I don't know, man.
Their life is,
Bad man don't lick. Bad man no suck. What does bad man do with titties?
They consume, man. They can.
I feel like that.
No, but listen, I understand it totally, man. Listen, like, when I was a barber back in the day, I would cut the most gangsters of gangsters, and I had to do it. I worked at a shop, but I had to do it in my basement. Because they would not go anywhere to be seen. I'm like, y'all know I work in the shop. Yeah, man, but I can't be on the road, y'all.
Yeah, I can't.
Cops, you know what I mean? Got on me.
That's the life I don't want to live.
I don't want to live that life, man.
I want to lick a titty. I want to suck a titty. So I'm okay with not being a rude boy.
You don't want to consume?
Consume.
You done with the consuming?
I feel like you're eating. You're turning into a fucking, what is it? A cannibal now on the titty and stuff, whatever. You putting teeth marks on her titty? What are you doing? Consuming your breast. She probably slap you right in your face.
Shit, she's gonna slap you. She's gonna tell you go back to
ow, it hurts.
Go back to sucking. You better suck some titty.
Okay. Let's hit it with one poll. With first poll of the week.
Okay. What was going on?
Which would you rather catch?
Chlamydia? COVID?
Yes. Let's have this discussion.
I raised my hand up for for COVID.
You raise your hand. Why?
Because I had it already.
And okay, now go with chlamydia now.
Yeah.
I vote with chlamydia. So we know all the research.
You voted for chlamydia?
I voted for chlamydia. We know all the research, all the lasting effects of chlamydia.
Right.
You could beat chlamydia and stuff for that. Depends on depend on the person's body.
Yeah.
7 days you'll put you on antibiotics for. But some people would beat it up like in 4 or 5 days.
4 or 5 days.
Gone. Pow.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to call nobody. Yeah, it's just like little harsh traces. But
Traces.
teach you a lesson like, hey, you can't be raw dogging everybody out here in these streets.
No.
That's your wake up call.
That's your wake up call.
COVID, you can get COVID. Right now, you can catch COVID 4 times now. Okay, 4 times.
Wait, I just read something. I forgot what name they gave it, but they said it's COVID and flu.
Oh, so they got like a
it's like a double thing. Yeah,
so that's at 5. That's 5 times.
That's 5 right now.
That's 5. I'm about to say you have regular COVID-19, Mu variant, Delta variant, Omarion, and now there's remix.
That shit's just like it's like on a store shelf, and you just go and pick the one that you want.
Chlamydia, don't even have to wear a mask with chlamydia, man.
No.
I don't have to notify anybody. Doctors would tell you. You will want to identify your partners.
Yeah. You want to tell.
I tell the one whatever I probably got it from. Be like, yo, hey, you fucking up out here.
Right, you're shooting people.
I don't like this.
Stop that.
I ain't died from this.
Yeah,
but that's it. People die from COVID. People have lasting effects from COVID.
This is true.
Team Clam.
But I'm gonna stick with COVID though.
It's the stigma. That's what it is.
Yeah,
it's the stigma.
Because think about it, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the stigma.
You meet that fine ass girl, right? And you just gotta sit down and have that talk, and
why you gotta have the talk?
You know what I mean? You just want to be, she's disclosing. You gotta, you're starting off on the right foot. You guys will be honest with each other.
Oh, I caught chlamydia 10 years ago. I thought I should let you know. Yeah, no. My past is my past.
If you had to tell her, which would you rather tell her? That you caught chlamydia or that you caught COVID?
Team Clam.
See, because she might have already caught COVID.
She probably caught 3 forms of COVID. And I can look at her like, ew, you nasty. Girl, you nasty.
Know what the funny thing is, though? She's probably willing to catch the 4th COVID before she's willing to catch chlamydia.
It's the stigma.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the stigma.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. Chlamydia's a light STD, though. It's a light STD.
You don't care.
Because it's on your Equifax. It's on your Equifax.
You don't care.
It's there. It's there on your record.
It's there on your record.
It's there on your record.
It's a stain.
You can have like 5 different types of COVIDs on your records and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
And then one chlamydia.
Shit, you can go to work with COVID now. You know what I mean? So they look.
Can you know?
Yeah, but that's what they say. They say, hey, right, if you got a little bit of strain of it, we're gonna let you go.
But you can always work fine with chlamydia. You're popping your pills. No one knows you popping pills.
This is true.
No one knows. You're none the wiser.
This is true.
See, and look, public health now. You get in contact with somebody who has COVID.
Yeah.
Then they're gonna ask you, where have you been?
Right.
How many people you been around? Can you name the people's names and all this type of stuff? Where were you go the past few days and everything like that?
Right.
Chlamydia, doctor's like, yo, we just advise you just to tell the person. Be like, it was a one night stand. I ain't telling her shit.
Tell the person, man.
End.
Just make sure the person who is not a ratchet, because then people gonna know. People gonna know. She gonna try and reverse it and blame you.
Yeah. No. In one of the quotes of Nigalations, women don't want to be held accountable. Women don't want to be held.
They want to be held. They just don't want to be held accountable.
I got the gun figured out. There's a little. It's like, no. Accountability is a hell of a thing. I think we need to hone that in and stuff for like this 2022 thing.
Accountability?
We should try.
You think we're getting? I think people are moving away from it.
Yeah,
I know we should go towards it, but I think people are trying to move away from it, bro.
I know the accountability thing. People are ducking.
No, I think people are like this, backing away from everything and saying, I'm not involved. I'm like, nah, but you do realize if we all get involved, it can work. But if we all stay like this, forget it.
I mean, that's exactly.
Forget it.
This is the reason I'm like looking at people like, you can't complain on why certain things are like this. If it can't be changed by just you alone, this is the reason why.
There you go.
You need to band together and agree to some things and I guess, put a 3-point plan together and just move forward. Voting is one of those things and stuff like that.
Right.
Building a community is another thing. So if you don't really need the votes and stuff like that, whether like neighborhood watch and stuff, they might need part of the neighborhood and stuff to kind of come in. But if you know you fuck with all your neighbors and stuff in this square parameter and everything like that, y'all decent and stuff like that. Yeah. If say somebody came through breaking cars or shattering cars and stuff like that, or just cracking things, 6 or 7 of these neighbors and stuff would have probably done seen it to be like, hey, not your average. It's this little punk ass kid and he lives over suck. But if you don't fuck with them, you don't talk to them, or you look at them like, remember, your Christian folk, love thy neighbor. Right. That's in the 10 Commandments or whatever, right? Yeah. They don't adhere to that shit. So now when little Johnny and stuff's now fucking up people's things, you're like, that ain't my business to tell not your average. Right.
No, you're right.
Because they're doing this.
And it's important, man, because I tell you what, last winter, right, my next door neighbor to the left of me came over, and they had asked if we noticed any footprints on our balcony. And I was like, nah, and I went and looked, and I didn't see none, right? But from my bedroom window, I can see over to their side, and I seen footprints. It's like, oh shit. And she's like, the wife was saying, yeah, she's seen it, and she got so scared because her husband wasn't home, and like the footprints came right up to the window. So it's like people whoever it was looking through the kitchen window, right? So after they came to us, it's okay, you know what? Let's ask the neighbors directly behind us if they had seen anything. And went out, and it was like, no, they haven't seen anything. And they said, but you know what? 2 years ago, they had like a rash of break-ins around the front. So that's how the neighborhood watch started over on that side. Okay. Right? But to where we are, it's like our backs are facing each other. So nobody really sees it. So right there and then, there was about maybe 6 different households standing right there just talking. And we said, you know what? Let's all exchange numbers. So we'll all exchange. Everybody has everybody's number. The units that are facing, we all have each other's number.
So in any case, there's some new shits to go off. You contact it.
But it's not even like just anything, right? Because the other day the power went out in the neighborhood. My neighbor called me and said, hey, you got power? And I was like, no. She goes, okay, cool. Because I thought it was just my unit, right? So no, now you know you don't got to go to your fuse box. It's the whole damn neighborhood, right? Anything goes around. If my neighbor's not around.
That's not a neighborhood no more. That's a community.
Yes, exactly.
And we don't have enough communities anymore.
We don't.
Because everybody's doing this.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we need to start doing the whole accountability thing. You live in this world. You live in this location. Be productive and produce in your...
Bro, one time I went to... I don't know if I told you this story, but one time me and my boy at the time went to go look for this girl way out in Scarborough. Scarborough's like a suburb.
Scarborough's a different place from us.
Yeah. Way out in Scarborough, right? So when we got there, it was like a heavy ass snowfall. Okay. Right? So we pull into we pull onto the street, and then we made a turn, and we ended up on her street, driving down the street, just literally going like inches while the tires just kept spinning. One point, we just stopped moving. Middle of the road, tires spinning, ain't going nowhere. I looked at my boy, he looked at me, he's like, yo, we're fucked. All of a sudden, it was like a friggin' scene out of Snow White and the 7 motherfucking dwarves. All that was left to play was just a hi-ho song. Hi-ho, it's off to what? I just seen neighbors coming out that bitch with shovels. Everybody started digging. And in less than no minutes, we were gone and neighbors were back in the house. Like, they didn't even come outside.
That's dope.
I'm like, look at that. Not one person came out to help. Many people came out and helped.
If everybody did a little, not one person has to do a lot.
Can you imagine if one person was there, we would have still been there. In less than no time, we were gone.
The dream world. That's the dream we need to strive for.
I always like watching that image. It's I've seen it 2 times with two different sets of 3 people. It's like one was on a railroad, and then the other, I don't know where the other one was, but it's like the railroad. You know how they have the spikes that hold down the train tracks?
Yeah.
Right? 3 of them will circle the spike.
Okay.
And in succession, all 3 of them will swing the hammer. So he goes like, bam, the next one, bam, the next one, bam, the next one, bam. So by the time this person's back here, 2 hits have already gone. He's coming in with a 3rd hit.
Right.
And that shit just goes down the ground in less than no time, as opposed to one person just
constantly hammering.
That shit's like can't.
Next.
Right in. Teamwork. Less stress on the hands. Job is finished much quicker. People go home early.
It's me work now. me.
Yeah, bro.
Team me, man. Everybody, I'm so proud of me. That it's me. I'm not saying you can't celebrate yourself.
No,
we're not congratulate yourself, but I'm saying the stuff is like, yo, one man or one woman is not an island.
No.
You could be an island boy, but that's different because that's the thing that's so foreign to me when I hear people say they don't like people. That's the part that always kills me and stuff. And I'm like, you're an electrician? Construction worker? Like, you do all of this and stuff to maintain and keep your house in stock?
Yeah.
No, I call somebody when something breaks down. I'm like, they call people.
Yeah.
You're calling people to help do repairs and stuff or help make sure your place and stuff is that. You need people. We need each other. Don't go around and say you hate people. You just dislike the ones that you've met so far. But there's still so many awesome ass people you can meet. That would be your cup of tea.
Yeah.
What you say? I'm not for everybody, I'm for somebody?
I'm not for everybody, but I'm for somebody.
What the fuck is the harm in that?
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, speaking in the absolutes, that's what I'm saying. I don't like people. All right.
Every last person in that world has pissed that person off.
True that.
Yeah.
Another poll thing was the fast food restaurant dance.
Right.
Now, your restaurant of choice is
Mary Brown's.
Mary Brown's. Why Mary Brown's?
Because I'm just in love with their chicken sandwich, man.
So you never had any chicken sandwiches from other places before?
I have.
Mary Brown's is just top tier.
I think for me, Mary Brown's is top tier. Yeah.
Top tier. They don't do breakfast.
They don't do breakfast.
So you're okay with just, you gotta wait till I guess they open up.
I'll eat dinner for breakfast.
I ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I said Denny's because I got plethora of choices.
We got plethora.
I need a plethora of choices and shit like that. What to say like, all right.
Right.
Sometimes it might feel like a steak and egg moment. Sometimes it might feel like a full out meal. You know what I'm saying?
This is true.
A burger, something.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the whole variation stuff with that, but the list are endless. Now the wild one is the fucking liquor store. Why would you think the person would choose the liquor store?
I seen that one pop up, and I figure
satire. It's for satire, please.
Yeah,
I hope it's for all jokes.
I was hoping that person lived on a farm and they have all the food that they could possibly have growing there, and they really only just need the alcohol to kick back. But then I figured if you live on the farm and you get all that shit, just make some moonshine, man.
But the franchise in the house, though, think about that shit, though. You come down the stairs. There's like 8-9 workers and stuff in this bitch ready to just make meals when you ready and you say go. You'll come down the stairs. Or you'll call from the bedroom.
I was about to say, instead of Uber Eats, Uber Feet.
Uber Feet.
They just want that shit upstairs.
Right there, you're like, they knock on the door. Not your average?
Yeah.
You place the order, so I hope you're still awake. We have your food. And you're there like,
such service. Such service.
Yo.
Uber Feets.
Uber Feet.
Uber Feets.
You know, there's some of those Uber delivery drivers and bike riders.
Oh,
I feel like they're fucking Uber Feets already.
Oh, yeah.
They owe you coins for that fucking name.
Mm-hmm. They're going to have to pay up for that one.
Uber Feets. Yo, before we exited 2021 found the time to kind of just swoop in some shit from the last episode to now. The world has kind of like changed in a quick way, and like within a matter of like 7 days. R.I.P. John Madden.
R.I.P. John Madden.
R.I.P. John Madden. He did win he won a Super Bowl with the Raiders. He won one Super Bowl with the Raiders. As a child growing up and stuff, and you're watching like football and Monday Night Football and everything like that.
Right.
Him and Pat Summerall, they kind of made it for us.
They
made it.
They were the ones. They were the ones.
And his video game franchise is second to none.
Well, I was about to say, if there is no other football title, than Madden football.
I mean, you EA Sports did like the NCAA college stuff, whatever. But Madden is Madden.
Madden's Madden.
Madden is Madden. And like Madden tournaments go on. Some women probably know if they, how focused their men or significant other might be when it comes to Madden. I have a friend from the beginning of his relationship, of like one of his relationships, he ended up dumping a girl a few times.
Word?
Only because the new Madden would drop. So he would intentionally make up fights and shit like that, whatever. So he's like, I need time to figure out my thoughts and go on this Madden season and shit like
it's
that.
Time to read the playbook.
I'm like, you're an ass, dog.
Time to read that playbook.
You're an ass. As I told him, like, fair.
Yeah.
Cool. Mm-hmm. I really do hope, just my thing, on the Madden, they have this thing called a Madden Curse. I don't know if you've heard of it. So if you put you on the cover of Madden,
right,
you're going to have an injury or something not going to go right for you that year. Right? A lot of things. I think they had Mike Vick on there. I think he got convicted with the dog thing. Brett Favre. A lot of quarterbacks got injuries and everything. So a lot of players, they kind of opt out to be on the cover of Madden. They're like, no, my life is going good.
Yeah.
I don't need this shit. But like, but you're on the cover of like a best-selling video game.
It's a franchise.
I don't need this shit.
You might not win a championship,
but you might make it on.
You know what I mean? Cover on the Madden.
Right. So I mean, it came down to it, and you see it, you understand it and stuff. But R.I.P. to John Madden. He will be missed, especially in the world of football, NFL football.
Yeah.
And
I mean, sports in general, like the art of broadcasting. Like a lot of broadcasters in different sports probably had taken something from him. This guy is like an icon when it comes to broadcasting.
Yeah, because I mean, like, I think it's you're so used to broadcasters kind of monotone,
right?
Like from your weekly, nightly news and stuff like that, kind of come in like on a monotone, kind of smooth level,
right?
And then you have somebody, holy smokes, look at him run,
right?
You're looking like, this is kind of shocking. My system just got this at 6 o'clock, kind of calm, and now at 9 o'clock on Monday Night Football and shit now, and he had that mark. Yeah. He had that mark in the moment and everything like that. So
standout announcers to me, three that come to mind: Madden, right? Howard Cosell, and Marv Albert.
I don't know Howard Cosell.
You don't know Howard Cosell?
What sport was that?
I think he did mostly boxing.
Okay. Larry Merchant is my boxing guy.
Larry Merchant?
Larry Merchant is king of assholes. I hope one day to strive to his greatness when I get that old. Because he'll look at you, watch you take a few punches and stuff and say like, you could have blocked that, right? Yo, he's an ass. Larry Merchant is an ass.
I think what made Howard so special is when he would have like the back-to-backs with Ali. Cause Ali when it comes to
saucing and talking.
Yeah. He, what I mean, there's no one better, and they would just have that rapport.
So they'll feed off each other.
Right.
Dope.
Just like and you know who I like for that reason too. I like Cabby. For all who don't know Cabby, he's actually he did a stint in the U.S. for a sports channel. But he's a sports analyst that works here in Canada, and he has his own show. But his rapport with players, he started a new one now.
Okay.
But his rapport with players is like they like him, man. They're mad open with him, and it's like it's one of those where it's just he does his interview style. He gets to the point, but it's also just entertaining.
Well, yeah, I mean, sports is entertainment, right? So, I mean, you don't really want to get to something where it's kind of making it lose its luster. You want something to kind of just help bring more shine or more whatever to the thing.
Right.
As I said, Larry Merchant and stuff is just kind of like, oh, shit. If you took an L?
Yeah.
Or you were a cocky-ass person? Because even like Floyd Mayweather, him and Larry Merchant went at it and stuff. I heard Floyd tell him, man, put some gloves on. I'll beat the shit out your old ass, whatever, right? Oh, you couldn't beat me with porn star hands. And like, yo, he'll say some wild shit like that, whatever. I'm like, Larry, you move too slow to be talking to Floyd like that, whatever. But I mean, it adds to the thing. It doesn't just take away from his shine and thunder, whatever, right? And R.I.P. to America's sweetheart, Betty White.
Betty.
99. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I felt like 2021 didn't want no one hit like a century mark.
No, they didn't want nobody.
The bootleg King Prince.
Yeah.
Philip.
Philip.
He died at 99, right? Yeah, he died at 99.
He's 99 too?
Yeah, he died at 99 because he died around when X died. When DMX died. R.I.P.
Right.
DMX.
R.I.P.
But he died at 99. I was like, damn, couldn't get across that mark. And then boom, Betty, weeks away.
When you heard Betty, did you automatically feel like, okay, this is another one of those,
like a stunt?
Yeah, another one of those. They because how many times have they tried to kill her off already?
A few. I didn't think it was the reason I didn't think it was a stunt.
Right.
Is because, see, I don't really live with social media news.
Right.
I seen on the actual news. Right? Because I remember that same thing when Prince died. I waited to see on the news to confirm.
Right.
But people are already talking and stuff because I think somebody said he died in a plane crash. He OD'd on the airplane. He died this place and stuff. I'm like, I'll wait for the news because if they give me false information, I can sue their ass and stuff like that. I can't take your ass to court for shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to sue their ass. So when they confirmed it and stuff like that, I was like, oh, okay. Now I remember that rapper. He's a comedian. He's actually a comedian. He just rapped that song with the R.I.P. Betty White. She ain't dead yet, but when she died, this song's for her. Yeah. Remember that one? Bitch, you better praise God. I'm on that song.
Right.
So I was like, that bitch ass dude. He done talked it up in existence, stuff, whatever. But it was years ago though, right?
Because even when we were on the phone having a conversation, and you said it to the coworker when I guess they were in passing.
Yeah.
The way how you said it,
yeah.
Even then, I thought, okay, there was maybe someone had made a joke, and you're just reiterating, like you guys talked about it before, and you're just now saying, "Oh, R.I.P. Betty White." That's why I asked you. I go, "Yo, Betty White really passed?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh shit,
she's gone, man. She's gone." That lady, she was a vibrant lady, man. She was a vibrant.
They said like eight decades.
Sure.
Film and television, 8 decades, man.
Because I remember I think it was when she was doing the Hot in Cleveland. When she was doing the Hot in Cleveland show. I think she was on some show, some talk show or something like that. And they showed like a photo of her in like her 20s.
Yeah.
Right? And you can see it was her.
Yeah.
But I'm looking, I'm like, I don't know that earlier Betty. I just know Golden Girls Betty.
No.
From Golden Girls to Infinity and Beyond.
My first introduction would have been the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Right, I was too young for that.
Yeah.
I
would have been like maybe like 6, 7 around those ages.
When it ended, or
when it was coming.
So when did it end? Like circa, just time for estimate.
I want to say probably before I hit my my teens.
Mid 80s.
I want to say late 80s.
Late 80s, okay.
Late 80s. And probably even before that, probably late 80s, it was just reruns. They were still
syndicated.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was looking at the whole thing I was like, I just know her from Golden Girls, whatever, right? And she was the last surviving Golden Girl in this bitch.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was doing good. Like I want to say, she was thumping along real good. Consider the fact that I think there's a Golden Girl passed, I think maybe at easy 20 years ago.
That was the second to last, because she's not the last.
Yeah, so that's what I was looking. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, well, she's still thumping along and all the above. Sense of humor and stuff was still there. She still had her glow about her and everything. And yeah, that was a good.
So did they say? Because I know at the time they didn't mention what she had passed by.
No, they didn't confirm nothing yet.
Okay.
Because I think because it's the sweetheart thing, right?
Right.
So like, I'm not saying, but let's say she did kick the bucket from OD and some drugs and stuff for the day. We're not gonna talk bad about her OD and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
The tell all. I want to see a Betty White doc after now. And after she gone, they were like, the real Betty White.
You're gonna find out who she smashed in Hollywood?
That and the look at the Bob Ross, man.
This is true.
After Bob Ross is dead and gone and stuff, whatever.
This is true.
My dad never wanted me to do anything. Bitch, did you say that shit when he was alive? Like I said, the documentary after a person dies slaps. I want to watch the one about me after I go.
Now that we're on the topic, did you do any more research into your hero that they seem to be slandering of late, Mr. Hugh Hefner?
Yeah, they should.
Yeah,
That was an old one.
It's an old one.
It was an old
thing.
It was an old thing.
Okay.
It wasn't shit. It wasn't shit. I mean, they're always gonna talk about like whatever bad situation again when they're gone. Right. And when I even looked at it, that was a 2017 thing. So I was like, okay. I thought it was just something like fresh and brand new off the market.
That's what I thought. I don't think I don't think I caught wind of it in 2017. So that's probably why it hit me.
Yeah, because like I think 2015, 2016 or something like that, whatever. Around that time before this one.
Yeah.
HBO had something just talking about how nice it was, and Hugh had his little piece to say and stuff like that. I remember when he died and stuff in like the 2017 time.
Right.
2017, 2018 time. That's when these documentaries and stuff came up. So it ain't nothing, but I mean, R.I.P. She'll be missed. One of my favorite older women. I liked her for her personality, not the look. Now my older woman thing is still high. I add Marisa Tomei to that shit now.
Marisa Tomei? Yeah, she in there.
Because you know why? Because like the thing is stuff with Mr. Tomei, the Spider-Man. Think about all the Aunt Mays before. And now you add Mr. Tomei and stuff into this. This is not your regular Aunt May.
No. This is spicy Aunt May.
Because even like when friggin' thing before the whole Pepper Potts thing popped off.
Right.
That's when it kind of linked up and stuff where Tony Stark's was like, oh, hey, Aunt May, just here having some dessert with Aunt May. And then you realize it wasn't really that. It was his driver dude.
Right, yeah.
That was sharking the auntie and stuff, whatever, right? So I mean, like, yo, this is she's my new, I don't call her golden girl, but she up there though. She's my golden boo.
Marisa Tomei, yeah.
I got you. Marry, fuck, kill. Marisa Tomei. Selma Hayek. Halle Berry. Go.
Marry,
fuck, kill.
Okay, I'm gonna kill Halle Berry. I don't know.
You gonna kill the black queen. You gonna kill your black queen.
Someone laid on Selma.
I want to lay it on. You ain't the only one. Every time I see her, I do like, yo, should I be a fun time at Blue Mountain? Yo.
And I think
you're married.
Marisa would make a good wife. I think she would make a good wife. See, Halle had too much husbands already.
Wow, you're judging.
That queen got.
This is a no judgment zone.
No, but this is also a protect yourself zone.
Yo, first of all, I'm gonna agree with your fuck. Selma.
Selma, yeah.
Every time I see Selma, even like the last Hitman's bodyguard's wife and everything, I like this stuff. I'm like, does this lady not get ugly? Like, does she not like?
No.
I think Selma Hayek might look like unsleepable, like, as like a granny, like you're like, she gives like the strawberry candy in the church person stuff, whatever. Maybe in the 80 years old, she might look like that.
Maybe.
I think she's like about 55, 57, around there, whatever.
But even what's the name that they posted in the group chat the other day? Carmen Electra.
Carmen Electra is still put together. She's still well put together and stuff, whatever, right? I don't know. I just feel like with Carmen Electra, I think it's a makeup thing that's saving her.
You think so?
Yeah, because see, like with Marisa Tomei and stuff, I thought it was just a makeup dance. But I remember a few years ago, I don't remember, National Enquirer or Star, one of those magazines, they used to have like celebrities with and without the makeup. Yeah. And she was on there. I'm looking like...
No, she's not.
I'm like, yeah, she can make it. But like, I don't know.
I've always had a crush on her.
Carmen Electra?
No.
Marisa
Marisa,
Tomei? Yeah.
From
My Cousin Vinny?
Yes.
But Joe Pat, I'm like, who's this lady right here? Like, oh, okay, she proper.
Yes.
The body's still proper. So, okay. Fuck Selma.
You gonna marry Halle?
Don't do this to me.
You gonna marry Halle?
Smooth said it first, folks. That's it. Next topic. How was your 2021?
You trying to send the queens after me? Is that what you're trying to?
Yes. Yes. I want to come at you. How dare you? You just want to destroy the black woman. You piece of shit. You always want to take out white chick.
I want a black woman that knows how to keep a man.
Oh my gosh. He did it again, folks. Cancel that side of the room.
Ali, I love you. I'm only joking. We know it's all those men's fault.
You know when they held until it's accountable. Negalations.
Before we go any further,
Yes.
Ghislaine Maxwell found guilty.
This guy
found guilty. Hold on. I just want to ask you this.
Okay.
Because it was a federal trial, it wasn't televised. Do you think we're gonna hear any names come out? Now that the trial is she's found guilty, do you think we're gonna hear any names come out, or do you think that everything is gonna be tightly sealed now?
I think it's gonna be. I think, you need to learn how to pronounce the fucking lady's name first. I think that's the very important.
Listen, man.
Ghislaine is not Ghislaine. I said it several thousand times.
She don't get no props over here. I'm gonna call her what I call her.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna call her what I call her, Marv.
So if somebody call Ansu. If somebody call you Ansu.
I said, listen, until I do something dreadful that deserves a name like that, call me by my damn name. This woman gonna get the name that I call her by. No, okay.
I think
corrected. Go ahead.
I think her guards might be going to sleep, just like they went to
the guards.
just like they did to her dude. You know, and it's so funny. I seen something and stuff, whatever. I seen a meme. It said, "Great couples always what? Great couples always finish
each other's sentences." Yes, I seen that.
Okay, so the madam, I guess they made her check out madam,
right,
and everything. Should we throw the book at her? Absolutely. Should we throw the Barnes and Nobles at her or the chapters and stuff, whatever?
Right.
No, because she wasn't the one raping off the girls.
No,
she played a hand.
Yeah.
So I kind of look at like if like you have mass murderer doing 50 years and stuff, whatever, and person kind of sold illegal gun to mass murderer.
Right.
They should get time.
Yeah.
But I don't think their thing should be like to pick up and stuff and get the equivalent to the mass murder time. I feel like the government is trying to just use her as like more of an scapegoat than the thing, right? The reason why I say that is because what I just said, that's one.
Right.
And two, they couldn't hold themselves accountable to the fact that when this guy was alive and he was doing a alleged sentence, he's taking field trips and then going back to prison. And he's still with these younger girls and all that type of shit. And in that mix, whatever, when I was looking at other things, Ghislaine. Yeah. Ghislaine.
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine wasn't present when he was leaving the prison.
Right.
Doing these other side meetings that have been going back to the prison.
Right.
She would meet him like maybe once or twice a year, but he would be leaving like Monday through Friday. Right? So that's what I'm saying. Like the government and the prison system.
Right.
For that part of Florida.
100%.
The books should be thrown at them.
100%.
The bookstores around the world should be thrown at them.
100%. The prosecutor, the judge, whoever gave him that first sweetheart deal, yes, definitely 100%.
Yeah.
But Ghislaine.
Oh my gosh. He said it right.
Ghislaine. I don't know. I think she is. Yes, she was the madam, but I think the whole grooming aspect.
It plays a factor.
Yeah, I think it went just a little bit more further than just that whole madam thing. Because to the point of you being most madams, like if we go back to that, like remember Heidi Fleiss?
Yeah.
Remember? If we go back to Heidi Fleiss.
No, she was a real madam.
She was a real madam.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, like it went from friend, business friend, like,
right.
you know, family friend, like family type of affiliation.
Right.
To like, no, she's just straight out madam. Like they had like 2 documentaries on her before the conviction.
Okay.
I seen one and stuff, and I was watching like one episode because this thing had, I'm like, once you want to break down to like a 4-part series, I'm like, you ain't gotta say all that. You could have wrapped this shit up real fast. Yeah. Right? Give us like a Reader's Digest version. Wait, is Reader's Digest in America? I think it's Canadian.
I think it's America.
A compressed format of this thing. And I feel like when it came down to it, I'm scratching my head, I'm like, yo, fuck all that. You're hitting her with the charges. We get it. Is it okay? We're giving her like so much time and all that type of stuff. Whatever. So they're like, well, sentencing is gonna come up, but she's found guilty and everything like that. And I'm like, yeah, but the guy allegedly committed suicide. The guy who did all the crimes, allegedly. And yes, you guys try to pin him with some umpteen amount of years and stuff, whatever. But I feel like her shit's not equating, and she never did the sleeping aspect. She was never a madam. She was a friend of the family. She was a business associate.
Right.
So she wasn't like Heidi Fleiss, who was fully pimp women extraordinaire.
So she wasn't procuring any of the women.
She was procuring, but she was fishing them. Okay. But it's kind of like, to me, I feel like a madam and stuff is like, welcome to my whorehouse.
Right.
Pick.
Right.
This is something like, I like her. She looks young enough.
Right.
Get her for me. It might be a one-off thing. It might be another event. But she wasn't at every event with him every other time.
Okay.
If it came down to it, then yes.
Okay.
Because even some of the girls and stuff, like even like in the Florida cases and stuff, whatever, some of them said they never seen her before.
Never seen her.
So that's what I'm saying. You can't make it like she's been there in every situation where they were procuring.
Right.
These young women.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's and that's why it's like it kind of sucked that you didn't get to see the trial itself.
They can't though.
Yeah, and I get that, but I mean it's just like what you're from what you're saying, right? Like I'm looking at it as she was there with, and I wouldn't say with all the girls, but the majority of the girls, and then I get that inkling just from the level of detail. The one girl who had implicated her, just the level of detail of just how she met with her, and then all the stuff that they would do, and how she had set her up with this painting guy, how they paid for her to go to school, and how she was kind of like the mom figure. So I figured, okay, if she had spent that so much time with that one girl, grooming that one girl, okay, this is what she's doing, prepping these young women for this dude who's been prepping these young women for many dudes. It's twisted. It's just, but like I said, now that she's found guilty, they're not gonna try her over again, right? Whatever information came out, that's what gag order, because that's it. So will we ever know who else was involved?
No, I think because remember I think the judge's like family that was killed before when the Epstein stuff was going on.
Right.
All that type of stuff. So that's when they realized like
was the judge or was the prosecutor?
Prosecutor, sorry.
It was
yeah, when they went through and stuff and kind of like assassinated like the family members and shit like that, whatever, like they realized like, yo, this can't go to the public. It cannot go to the public. Because there's certain things and stuff a lot of people don't realize and stuff, that especially in America, a lot of shit you can find on an internet search.
Right.
Regular internet search.
Right.
Like I want to say people's home address, their deeds, certain type of paperwork and stuff about a person, criminal record, and everything. Like it was funny where I think I have looked up one of my friend's sisters and stuff there. I was like, yo, he said he don't talk to her and stuff like that, whatever. He left the state, right? And I ran her name and stuff through Google and shit like that, whatever, just to say like, what up? Remember when I was little and everything, you used to look out for me. Just want to see how you doing and shit like that, whatever. Her criminal shit came up and stuff. Like her fences came up when I ran her name because she had that.
Just in Google, just Google itself.
Google search.
That's crazy.
Google search bar. Type in her name because the last name is kind of unique spelling.
Right.
Her mugshots came up. I was like, "Yep, that's her." I was like,
"That's crazy though," because you think like stuff like that would be more. You know what I mean? We would be more protected. Like I know, obviously, I've Googled my name and I've seen an image of me pop up. So I know that's, you know what I mean? Like that shit happens. But something like that, like your criminal record, which is supposed to be private.
Is it though? That's what I'm saying.
No, you're right. No. That's public information.
Sex offenders and shit like that as well.
Is right.
Right? So I mean that's where the dance always happens. Where I'm looking like, I understand why this thing was all super secretive because it was out before.
Right.
Lives were lost, besides and everything, and then this man met his fate in a mysterious way. Let me say that. No one knows if he hung himself. No one, like, you know, they had a documentary about like autopsies and everything.
He strangled himself.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay. It's in your world. All right.
Listen, bro.
I went to
anything's possible.
I went to go take a piss and stuff one day. I think a little bit after that somewhere.
Yeah.
And the guy, he's like, I walked to the urinal. He walked to the urinal and stuff. And he's like, head nod, how's it going? I'm like, good. So I'm pissing. We're done. I'm at the sink washing my hands. He's like, you know, FYI, Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. I walked out the washroom. I died laughing. This is the random news you want to give to a random ass person. So I was like,
just in case you had any doubts.
Just in case
you had any doubts, bro.
Not even like, how's your day going? How's life treating you?
I know what you're thinking about when you're washing your hands right now. He didn't do it.
Clearly. There wasn't a Jeffrey Epstein poster nowhere in that fucking washroom. But he's like, yo, just in case. He didn't kill himself.
He didn't do it.
I was like, what? And he just walked out, stolen face. And I went back to my table, and I seen the table he went to. He sat down and just gave me a head nod like, I said my piece. And just went back to his party.
That's it.
I wanted to ask you and stuff for that. What did you feel like you learned in 2021 now that it's come to an official close?
2021. Let me see what lessons 2021 has given.
Because there's a lot of shit we took in 2021. One, we never heard the word Squid Game before until 2021. Yeah. This is an old ass Korean, I think, book, and then it turned into a show.
Yeah,
and then it just now came over to North American side. Billionaires fucking in space. Richard Branson went earlier in the year, and the latter part, Mr. Amazon himself. Thanks all the people who spent money on coins.
Sent him there.
So, and NFT. Before 2020, I never heard the word NFT a day in my life. Now I'm getting spammed by somebody in my DM like
NFT,
every 2 days now. So what do you feel like you learned in 2021? Those are mines.
I would say NFT is definitely one of them. The space race, I knew at some point it was gonna happen. To say that in 2021 that I thought I'm probably not sure, but it's not something that's shocking to me because I know they were gunning for that for the past couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely I would.
Red Bull used to do that stratosphere, that dive shit, whatever, often before. I guess the guy probably can't do it anymore.
I just remember that one dive that he did. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, I would have pissed myself all in that. That whole lunar suit would have been smelled like an R. Kelly movie suit.
Hot pee, because you get coming in.
Ew. Yes, it'd be hot piss. Cause remember he went up. She's like, all right, I'm out, and he's just like, yippee-ki-yay, mother. I was like,
yippee.
I just closed my eyes like,
fuck, yay. Now I want to see NFTs. That was like, that came in and just like shook the world around, right? Because I don't think there was anything in the financial market space. I mean, granted, cryptocurrency is still, even though it's old, it's still kind of newish in that arena, as far as it not being something that people are 100% committed to,
right?
But slowly and surely. But then this NFT thing just came out of nowhere, and it's still a thing where if you're traditional, I find most traditional investors, they don't even know anything about it, and they don't care to know anything about it.
There's not enough research and not enough info.
There's no real track record to it.
Don't fuck with COVID.
Could be here today, man. Could be here today, gone tomorrow, right? And that's how they look at the NFTs. It's like this, yeah. It's not like there's no track record.
Yeah, I think it's like we always talk about the metaverse shit. I mean, I'm just telling people don't sleep, but I feel like this NFT thing, it's gonna be a notion similar to the Bitcoin thing,
right?
Like when Bitcoin came out, people were like, huh, and they're saying like if you had like what $100 worth of Bitcoin back then, you had like $80 million and stuff like that. Now, I feel like that's the reason why you're hearing so much noise.
It's always the initial buzz, right?
Because they're letting you know, like, hey, don't get left behind like the other folks and stuff. Like when it came to these other things, this might now be your chance,
right?
And I feel like it's still jammed down and stuff like that because I don't want to say you, but I want to say there's certain type of generational people where like something newer in the tech world, it's still standoffish. Like I don't see a 50-year-old stuff, whatever, like getting their first cell phone today, and then automatically and stuff, whatever, is like sign up for Snapchat, sign up for like certain type of things, stuff, whatever. They're gonna kind of work within their realm first,
right?
And then and then slowly but surely, somebody's gonna be like, well, mom or dad, you should try this. You should try texting. You should try,
Yeah.
So they're slowly starting to get their feet wet to they're probably into the certain type of things. But money-wise and stuff, they probably kind of stuck. It's not really stuck in their ways, but they know what they know.
Right.
You don't like you know what you know.
Yeah, and because even when you look at the like NFT and then Bitcoin, it's the same idea, like the same underlying idea of cryptocurrency. But I think where Bitcoin wins out is that it's not an infinite thing. It's like it's tied, right, to a certain amount of coins that could be mined, right?
Yeah, pertaining to that one.
Pertain to that one, right?
Yeah, because like Bitcoin is what, 21 million or something like that.
I think so.
And then Ethereum is another amount, and then Litecoin is another amount.
Right.
Yeah.
So you know that there's a finite amount of this, and then after that finite amount, there's nothing more. Whereas NFT, you can't really tell what the value's going to be, because you're forever creating an NFT. I could be one person and put out 10 albums. That's 10 different NFTs. So which one is the most valuable NFT? And if I'm not a superstar myself, will any of them be valuable? Right? So it's really a risk when you're taking your money and going into NFTs.
Gotcha.
It could be like somebody, I forgot which album that they said was an NFT, and they like the person had it made like 6 million. Right?
Oh, Tory.
It was Tory?
Tory Lanez.
Okay, but that's 6 million today. What is that same NFT going to be worth next year? What if you're the guy that bought that for 6 million, and then the next year it's worth pennies?
I hope that song has a Lady Namek on there. That if it don't, I don't want that album.
You don't want that album?
No, I don't. That's some shit, baby. Yo, but I feel like we're done with it. Yes, we want to write it off. Yes, we want to just exit off on people's memory banks and stuff like that. Some monumental things happen and stuff within the year.
Yeah.
I just feel like this is a question that people really have to ask themselves. Like, what is something to you learn new about where your world and stuff is now?
Right.
Right. And a lot of people, I don't want to say they always, but majority of them tend to miss the mark on that.
Yeah.
And then they realize why they're getting left behind on certain type of aspects and stuff. Because, as Isaac Newton said, the fountain of youth relies on throwing out old teachings and falsehoods. So if you thought you knew what you knew and stuff like that, Sam Cooke, baby, change gonna come.
Yeah.
Things are subject to change. It's gonna change. Whatever you know is gonna flip. Before you probably were doing investments and stuff like that, It probably was in a digital aspect where you could do everything from your phone.
Right.
Before, it was going into a bank.
Yeah.
Sitting down.
Yeah.
Now they're eliminating that.
Right.
Change gonna come.
Right.
We live in a COVID world. They don't want you to interact with nobody face to face no more.
Right.
Change is gonna come. We have to adapt to the change and just be well aware of it and realize that before. I want to say you wanna move you. You don't want them to tell you to move.
Yes.
That's it. I mean, that's just part of life, man. And life doesn't give you what you're asking for. I feel like life gives you things, situations, and places.
Yeah.
It's gonna prep you for what you want.
Right.
You want a happy life?
Yeah.
Like, you know, your mom might give you teaching and stuff like, this is how you keep a good woman. This is what you go about it. You know, you tell you, buy her flowers, treat her right, and everything.
Right.
Then when you come to the market of a good woman and everything, do you resurrect all those teachings and stuff like, or you go with some new shit and say, yo!
Yo!
Yo! That's a bold way to pick up a woman.
That's a very bold way.
Your cojones are probably like bowling balls. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Yeah, yeah. Because she either gonna do this or she gonna do this. Matrix out the way.
And dodge the fuck out of the kiss. Okay, let me ask you, man. Let's get the question of the week real quick. Do we really have free will, or is everything predestined?
I think we have free will within a certain constraints. I don't know if that makes any sense to you.
So make it make sense.
Okay. I feel like we have the illusion of free will, an illusion of choice.
Go on.
So, for instance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I'm a scientist, right?
Are you mad or are you happy?
I'm mad.
Okay.
I'm a mad scientist.
All right.
I'm a mad scientist. No, I'm happy. I'm scientist, aka God, right?
Woo! Fire away.
The rats, aka humans, are my subject,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now, in my lab, I've constructed this huge rat city, right?
Rat City, bitch. Rat City, bitch. Mm-hmm.
Now, in Rat City, the rats, humans, have no idea I exist on the outside world. They're just in the city, hunky-dory, free will, doing what they believe is free will.
Running the rat race.
Running the rat race, right?
You're fucked up for calling people rats. But continue.
But I'm out here, and I see everything that the rat does, and I know everything the rat can do, and I know everything that the rat can't do outside of its containment.
So
The rat doesn't know that. The rat feels like what he's in is all that he'll ever be in, and that is his all in, and he's free to do whatever within that zone. He doesn't understand there's a barrier that he cannot cross.
So, let's say some people and stuff like an atheist,
Right.
who doesn't believe in God,
Right.
right? You're saying no matter what, there is a God. That you're speaking. Is that what you're saying? I don't want to paraphrase for you.
No, I'm saying
Because the thing and stuff is that if they don't believe in this kind of God to keep in free reign and watch them do the rat race,
right.
they're gonna believe that they can change.
They may not believe in God, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the jury may be out on if whether God or not exists, but there is somebody at a godlike level. Whether we want to admit it or not, there's someone sitting at top looking down, controlling all of what we see. Right? Whether that be another human,
yeah,
whether that be another human, right? Whether that be an alien, right? There's somebody sitting at the top and everything just pyramids down, right? And that person at the top, there's no limit to what that person can do. But everybody at the bottom of the pyramid the further down you go, the more limitations that's put on you.
Okay.
But you don't know that at the bottom. You just feel like you live in life hunky dory. This is your life. This is the life that you're living. This is the life you've been given.
So you're predestined to win a lotto ticket to change your standing. You're predestined.
Well, sure. Well, think of it this way, right?
Okay.
They know who and who. Okay, they know. Okay, they don't know who's going to be the lotto winner, right?
Okay.
But they have an idea. Whoever wins that lotto, they know their economic position in life. They'll know if whether or not this person is going to take that lotto winnings and make something extraordinary out of it, or they're going to know if that person is going to take that lotto winnings and just do shit all. What they really care about, though, is that lotto winnings will never be enough for that person to ever affect change. They can affect change in their personal life, but outside of their personal life, it'll never be enough for them to affect change.
No. Things like to run like nations and shit, you need like trillions of dollars.
Exactly. So you know what?
And they only give you like less than, well, depending on the place, you might get maybe 50 million here.
Right.
Maybe, let's say, I guess in America or Powerball stuff, maybe $1 billion.
Right.
But you gotta include tax.
Include taxes.
So then you're cutting it down and stuff to like at least like the $500 million part.
And you had that $500 million, or you even have more than that, and you feel like there's nothing that you can't do, because at this point, to you, your money could supposed to be able to buy anything, right?
True that.
But the person above you knows better. Shit, if I can give you all of that money, then there's things that you cannot buy.
Well, they look at, I always look at that when it comes to like a job aspect.
Right.
If they're gonna pay you, I don't know, $20 an hour, they know the work and stuff is probably worth $30 to $40 an hour. But
Right.
they're giving you that.
Right.
Because they are the hierarchy on that, I guess.
Well, that
plateau.
It's not the fact that it's because it's still worth that $30 an hour, right? But instead, now I'm just taking the extra 10 an hour for myself, as opposed to you getting that. Right. The job gets done regardless, but I'm gonna make a little extra on top of it getting done, as opposed to just giving you the entire 30
thing. Yeah. Ka-ching!
Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
Okay, man. Let's get to the Ask the Sons.
Ask the Sons.
First Ask the Sons comes from Isabel03.
Isabel03, you are the first of 2022.
Shit. That's right. What is the best board game of all time? Easy. No. Connect 4.
Connect 4?
Connect 4.
Dude, we played Scrabble yesterday. I had so much fun.
Yeah, we always play Scrabble there.
Yeah,
it's just the spot?
Yeah.
That's where money come out.
Yeah. Oh, we had so much fun. No money came out yesterday.
Oh, okay. Your nephew has a problem. Was he there?
No. See, so that's probably why no money came out.
No. Yeah,
that's probably why no money came out.
Salute to J Mags. J Mags is a problem. He has a problem. I don't know. He's a savant when it comes to fucking Scrabble. I think the most, like, when I played with them, we had a game. I probably got like 33 points off a word, off like one thing and stuff on go, right? I'm like, feel like a boss.
Yeah.
This dirtbag came through slap with like a 51 pointer. I was like, ain't you dumb though? I was like, yo, how?
It's the magic of the grab bag, man. The magic of the grab bag.
It is.
You put your hands in there, you gotta shake, and come up with something good.
That and location means everything and stuff. Because when you get the triple words, and all that type of stuff, that's where you're going. You said Scrabble for you?
Sir?
Scrabble?
Yeah. I like that board game.
Monopoly take long though.
It does.
If Monopoly didn't take that long, that would be it. Connect 4, and my second one is Ludi. I always tell people and stuff for them, like, yo, Ludi is a different type of game. It's like Sorry, Jamaican remix. I fuck with Ludi heavy. If I hear Ludi come out, like my eyes light up and stuff, like, I'm in it.
Do you have a Ludi board?
I do.
You do? Okay.
I do.
Okay.
I do. We can talk after this.
Yeah.
You don't want the smoke.
Yeah, it is. I got one.
Oh, okay.
I got one. I got I don't just got one. I got the Uncle Jeff custom.
Oh, the Plex.
Mm.
The Plex.
Yeah.
Yeah, smart.
Mm.
Okay. Next one comes from Cookie J. What's a red flag in a relationship?
A red flag in a relationship?
Yeah. Somebody don't want to be. Doesn't want, I don't know. For me, I feel like a red flag to me in a relationship would be someone who doesn't create the time for you.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I feel like you make time for the things and people that you love. So if you're just looking at like, I'll just connect with you on this late night run, I'll connect with you and stuff on this one time and stuff and everything like that, and that should suffice.
Right.
Red flag for me in a relationship. Cookie. That's my thing.
Someone who has a phone, but it never seems to be operational whenever they're with me. That would be a red flag. Why your phone don't work, man? Why is it when I'm not around with you, I call you and your phone work? But whenever you're around me, what, nobody don't call you when you're around me? Your phone don't work?
What if you're the only man in her world?
She don't got no mom? She don't got no friends? She don't got nobody?
She told her mom she's gonna come to see you.
Is that what happened?
She's gonna see you, so do not disturb.
Do not disturb.
Do not disturb. I'm with my man, not your average. I was looking at that shit so fucking mysterious though.
Bro.
The fact I don't love my phone. I look at my phone because I have topics and shit like that on here, right?
Yeah.
And everything like that. But if I'm with people, like the phone is like second nature unless I know I have shit to do with it. Like I have to make a phone call or this, that, and third. But other than that, my phone is like non-existent and stuff to me. If I'm in a deep conversation with somebody, don't pay it no mind.
Yeah.
But people and stuff constantly, they be like, deep.
That's understandable.
Boop.
Understandable. But if we go out 10 times.
And you're not fucking with your phone?
And I'm not even saying fucking with your phone, because you don't have to be fucking with your phone. But you ain't getting one emergency phone call. You ain't get one emergency text. Like the 10 times I know you, ain't nobody ever call you and say, hey, and you got to say, oh, I'm busy. You ain't never going to get nobody that I'm busy for me. I'm going to have to start questioning. Show me your phone.
Cookie, use that in life to prosper. Do what you must with that info.
Do what you must.
That was very insightful.
There you go.
That's very fucking true, though. I'm just saying. I question that too.
You know what I mean? The one, 2 times, yeah. But then I mean, you're there 10 dates in and you ain't hearing nothing. The phone don't ring, don't vibrate, don't nothing. Your phone work.
Kevin Gates, man, she got 2 phones, one for the plug and one for the road. She got 2 phones. Other one at the house, ring in. It's at the house, just ring in. Not that phone she with. No. This is the decoration phone.
Yeah, this is the decoration phone.
It's like for emergency calls only on this one.
Yeah, this is the burner. She came out with the burner.
Because you're the burner guy? Oh my gosh. Last one question comes from Anti-Saint. Which video game character would you sleep with? I gotta hear yours because I'm a gamer, so I gotta hear yours first.
Red Sonja.
Who?
Is that her name? Red Sonja?
Who's Red Sonja?
Maybe that's not her name. The character from Heavenly Sword. What was her name?
Noriko. Red Sonja. Because she has red hair. In your fantasy,
and Red Sonja is bad too. So yeah.
In your fantasy, you already named her that. I clearly you slept with her there already. You're like
Red Sonja.
It's Noriko.
That's not my name.
I'm gonna call you Red Sonja, baby. Red Sonja. You gonna own this shit. I'm gonna show you my heavenly sword. Yo, fucking guy. Chun-Li is still there for me, man.
Chun-Li?
Chun-Li is still there for me.
The super thighs?
Yeah, Chun-Li is still there, and I think the other person I got is revamped Lara Croft.
Oh shit! See, that's Red Sonja. Red Sonja could get it too.
Yeah. Because those are possible people that can play that character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. I got Chun-Li and stuff on my side. Thunder thighs, stick thighs, save lives. Stick thighs, save lives.
But Cammy had, you know what I mean? Cammy
don't got no ass in that new Street Fighter.
She got no ass in the new Street Fighter?
Like she's muscular built, whatever. But then when she has some spin when she's turning off in the back.
Yeah.
Target acquired.
Yeah.
Chicks told me I don't got no ass. Me and Cammy got the same type of ass and stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you when you look at it.
Okay.
Now, if you've seen some Cammy cosplays because the chick was already thick.
Right.
Don't let that fool you from the real one.
Right.
The real one in the video game. No. Yeah. Chung-Li, she got the little outfit, a little buff out, poke out and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Too. So you're like, you got something back there. You got a little something in the trunk area.
Yeah.
So, Red Sonja. I'm gonna see fucking Noriko again another game and be like, Red Sonja, fucking smooth. All right, man. So say the Suns this for the first one for the year.
2022, baby.
How you want to do this? You want me to do it? You want you to do it?
Man, spit it, man. Go ahead.
That's something basic and stuff that people should know. All
right, well, as we progress further in the year, we'll start getting more in depth and so we give them light, feed them light.
Don't chase a person, chase your dreams.
So this is that's light enough.
That's light enough. And it's a wrap. I feel like a lot of people and stuff, whatever, they really have been turned off their dreams. COVID, beginning like the March 2020 time.
Yeah.
People start activating their dreams, but I guess when the world started going back to being open again,
right,
that changed again.
Yeah.
That changed. And like I said, I feel like 2021 and stuff, it was kind of like a year where people just kind of, they're glad just made it.
Yeah.
And I hope that it's going to be over, like with pandemic, the rules and everything that kind of applies to it.
Right.
And some other people who've not operating the constraints of that pandemic world.
Yeah.
I don't think they worry about chasing dreams. I think they just worry about just making it without fucking with those people.
You know what I thought about today?
What's up?
Because, and folks, I'm late to the game. I just recently got an air fryer.
Mm-hmm.
Using it today, I started thinking, how many people has air fryers saved in the last 2 years alone without being able to go to restaurants, with being locked in and having to now prepare meals for yourself. Some people not great at cooking. I'm one of them, I'll admit, right? But the ease of use of the air fryer,
mm-hmm.
and then it's like at one point it seemed like everybody and their mom was on IG raving about the air fryer. Can we say that's probably one of the greater inventions in the last couple of years that's kind of helped people survive with what's going on?
I guess air fryer's been popping before though. Like
but that's what I'm saying with this whole pandemic thing.
It just took
where
off.
people are confined in their doors because a lot of people would go out to eat because they can't cook. Right. So now that you can't go out to eat, you can't go out to the restaurant. Now you're kind of forced to not having to prepare stuff for yourself. And I'm saying, well, if you're not necessarily somebody who knows how to cook and prepare, air fryer is a good thing for you.
I see. I don't want to say like I guess, but it's just that like those food people and stuff for those food industries were still considered essential, so they were still popping. It's just that if you're not trying to go broke,
they were still popping.
You would turn to an air fryer and stuff like that because Uber Eats and stuff was still reigning supreme throughout the beginning of this shit and still to infinity and beyond.
Yeah.
So those Uber Eats and Uber Feeds and all that type of stuff, whatever. Those people like they've been doing their ones and twos like to a point where if you had the money, you're good. And they've never stopped. So I feel like if you're a aware person, you looked and said like, you know what? I'm fucking losing money and shit like this, or I'm wasting money and wasting this and that. And maybe I should try to, try to eliminate me going out to the fray. Don't know what I might get myself into out there.
Or are you ordering in?
Or ordering in and everything, and you just hope that the quality might still be the same way compared to what you remember from restaurant.
Right.
Like you go to like a steakhouse, would that quality still be the same? The same steakhouse that you would actually go to the location. You order from that location. Would that quality still be the same and stuff for there? Consider the fact that now the stove is there, your table is over here compared to the stove is here, and you live yonder. So like every stoplight, every street light, every turn, this bitch is getting colder. Food, the gravy's getting slapped around. It's not the same quality.
For that reason alone, I'd rather go pick up my food than to order it.
Of course.
Because I know at least if I pick up the food, it's a straight shot from wherever I'm picking it up from, back home.
Yeah, because I realized that with Uber.
Yeah.
Somebody ordered from Uber and stuff like that, and I think they allowed the driver or something to make a stop somewhere else. And it's like cheaper on the delivery fee.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, we both order from Uber and everything like that, whatever, but you're kind of closer to like whatever restaurant.
Right.
So they said, driver has to make one stop before it comes to you, but we've reduced this much money and stuff off of it. And remember, that's adding to your coldness. Oh, your food. Compared like what you said, you're straight shot.
Yeah.
You just know for a fact, all right, it's ready to go. You ain't going nowhere but home.
And that's what the app even telling you, right? Like that's people being honest. I mean, is there a way for an Uber driver to actually scam the system and be like, take 3 orders one time?
Possible.
And if that's possible, you know somebody's doing it.
And if you say no to the delivery stop off thing, whatever, they'll just tell you your extended wait.
Yeah.
So they're not being honest to tell you.
Yeah.
Because they're still going to include the 3 stop offs.
Right.
Before.
Because especially if you're in line, they're not going to tell you. You just look like you may stop at a stoplight. Meanwhile, you could be dropping off food.
Very true. Well, that's it, folks.
That's it.
First of the one, folks. First of the year. Once again, thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Like, comment, subscribe, Google Play. We all there, all streaming platforms. PodicalSons.com.
All of that.
Send your Ask the Sons questions. Keep coming. This is 2022.
2022.
More to come, more to joy. Like you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Thank you for listening to Podical Sons. Remember, there's a difference between genius and stupidity, and genius has its limits. Peace and love. Welcome to 2022. 222.
And one more time. R.I.P. Betty White.
R.I.P. Betty.
Hold it down. Madden 2, man. I think I'm gonna have to resurrect one of the old video games and
crack it.
Play homage.
Peace.
The Podical Sons with not your average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.